Once, a long, long time ago, I lived. I stayed home, and I cared for my family, and I believed myself to be pure. I was alone. I didn't talk to people. People rarely talked to me. There wasn't time for that. Not when my blood needed me. I loved my family. I loved my town. But I was a liar, even to myself. And eventually, as all liars do, I was discovered for what I had truly been. I was told to leave, and I did. Impurity is not something that belongs inside Oakhurst walls. Even in my despair, I didn't want to drag them down with me. Once, a long, long time ago, I was killed. I found a new home, and I loved my new family, and we were all beings of pure impurity, but we were impure and disgusting as a coven. I could no longer interact with my blood or those I barely knew inside the walls of Oakhurst, but I didn't need to. I was loved despite my failures as a human. But those failures, it seems, are hard to shake. Humans are selfish. Humans are cowards. Humans don't want to die. And despite all my best efforts, I was raised human. I don't know how long it's been since then. I stopped counting a long, long time ago. I'm not sure I ever was counting. But what I am sure of is that I've been thinking. Thinking of all the things I could have done. All the things I didn't do. I let my coven fall to ruin. I will not let my next do the same. Ugh. It's really bright, okay. Okay. This looks different. Oh god, is that... Oh, it is. Oh no. Okay. It's so bright out. Okay, okay. Okay. You're okay. You're gonna be fine. Oh. Okay, well if that's... Okay, Oakhurst should be this way then? Oh god, what am I gonna do if they recognize me? I mean, surely they wouldn't. It's been a long time. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. There it is. Hey. Okay. Okay, let's do this. You can talk to people, you can... Oh god, okay, yeah.
But
I
hello?
remember the exact detail.
Oh, hello. Hello there.
Hi.
Hello.
Sorry to interrupt.
It's fine. This is most alright.
Fine.
You're a local of this place, by chance?
Are you a local?
No. I
Oh.
come from a town a few days a walk over.
Oh. So, seems like the story of everyone here, but, well, welcome to Oakhurst, or what's left of it. The story about the
What's
river,
left of it?
I believe this
The
is
what?
Oakhurst. I'm an architect. I came here under the promise of helping of a new urban redevelopment plan that the mayor of Oakhurst wanted to perform. There's no bloody mayor. There's no one here. This is a bloody development plan, not a
Is there no one? Do you not live here?
No, I've just came from the capital myself. There was a couple
I
other
just
people
get
around
stranded here.
over here.
I do not know what happened to the ferry or the boat. I suppose I got thrown out of the boat or something bad happened to the boat to the point of I am suddenly appearing in the river.
Yes, before I leave, I'm sure I must introduce myself. I am Matthew Victor Adams, but you may call me Matt. What would your names be?
It's a pleasure to meet you. I go by Krys. Krys Connell.
Krys Connell. Pleasure to meet you, Krys Connell.
You too.
And what may your name be?
I suppose I'm going to say I do not know if I am going to say anything about my relationship with nobility, but I am Eluvien. Nice to meet you all.
Ah, pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Yeah.
Yes. Now there are some people over here. Also picked up another couple people. Rin, sister. There's a couple more people.
More people.
Yes, with here's Krys.
Hi.
Are you alright, Mr. Matthew?
I'm appalling with names. I've forgotten your name already. I must apologize.
Eluvien, wasn't it?
Eluvien. Thank you. It was Eluvien. My deepest apologies. I am not the best with names. Wait, he was the person who we saw just before.
With the knife, yes.
Apparently his boat crashed and he's rounded up here. This is Krys. They've come from a nearby town.
Greetings, Krys.
Picked up some more people over here.
So who might you folks be?
My name is Krys Connell. It's a pleasure. Are you okay? I can't help but notice your clothes are in a bit of disrepair.
I've been in the woods for about a month.
Oh,
Jesus.
Yeah.
What? Are you okay?
I think so. I ate some, like, mushrooms. I don't think I should have eaten.
Don't eat things in the forest.
Yeah.
I've been in the forest turned up for a month.
Yeah, no, it's not fun. The wolves awake at night and it's hard
the
to
wolves
get
must be
away.
migrating east around this time of year, mustn't they?
I have no clue.
They must be. I encountered
Did
a
I
pack
just hear
of little bit.
wolves?
Yeah, I encountered one at some point.
I could be wrong, but I
migrating
do.
this time of year.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
They're not fun.
Good lord.
Not
Well,
one bit.
fortunately I didn't run into any wolves, so I was not aware of that.
Yeah,
I
me
certainly
neither.
haven't run into any myself.
Yes. I don't believe I've met you two yet.
I'm Willis Bakersfield.
Willis Bakersfield,
And
pleasure.
who are you?
Pleasure to meet you, Willis. I am Matthew Victor Adams, but you can just simply call me Matt. And you?
Right.
I'm just Cece.
Cece, pleasure to meet you, Cece. I take it both of you are still from out of town?
Yes.
It seems
Everyone here is from out of town. There's no locals here, which I mean, not surprising given the state of this place, but
yeah,
still, it's surprising that we've got so many people just arriving here.
How many people are just traveling through at this time of year?
I know, and all at the same time.
Like these woods.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It is a
6, 7.
oddly timed
8,
thing.
9?
9 people.
Honestly,
this I think is pretty good luck for me.
Good.
I thought I was never going to be able to get out of that.
Well,
I mean, yeah, I suppose that would be nice for you. I was intending to come here to meet people, so I guess it has worked out in a way.
Somehow, it has.
Good. Yeah, just a bit.
Just not the right people, I suppose.
It's quite a few people meeting today.
Yeah, it definitely is strange that so many people are gathering here on this specific day at this specific time.
Yeah.
Hello, Doctor.
Hello. I just don't understand why there are so many rumors about this place still being active around.
Yeah.
Maybe just slow mail?
Quite slow indeed.
My town, we don't get out much. We don't really speak.
Ooh.
What?
What was that?
What was that?
A strange feeling.
Oh my good lord! And there's still someone over there.
I've
got no idea what that was. Is the sister still around?
A sister?
Yes, Sister R.
Sister
You know,
R.
if she was around, she might have some idea of this sort of thing.
I haven't quite met her yet.
I've got a whole bunch of people just wondering. There's another one over here. Hello, who are you?
Yes, there is.
Yes, Cyrus?
Something about this place feels weird, and I am keen to move on.
Pleasure to meet you, Cyrus. I am Matthew.
Pleasure to make your acquaintances, but
Fascinating.
I must be
you
going.
may call me Johannes. I'm
goodbye,
Okay,
traveling to the town of Oakhurst.
I mean, that
don't
might be a
Perhaps I will.
They say.
Cursed by the sounds of things.
They say.
Can't believe it's all into such ruin. Is this my fault? No, it wouldn't be.
And the trees here don't obey bloody physics. This is unbelievable. Oh, hello? Someone there?
Hello, yeah, hi.
These trees appear to be... Oh, hello?
Sorry, I was just coming out here to get some wood myself.
Ah, yes.
Oh,
yeah. This place is weird.
Yeah, I mean, it seems that a bunch of people just happening to come across this place at the same time is all a bit strange, isn't it?
It's just truly bizarre,
and
honestly.
for some reason we can't leave.
What do you mean?
There's some type of barrier. I believe it'll be a wind current, but it's awful quiet to be such a thing.
Barrier?
Well, you know, something that prevents you from passing.
What do you mean? Like, the walls? Because we can go through those quite easily.
No, toward the edge of this territory.
Oh, that
one of this
is strange, I suppose.
I believe it might be a wind current, perhaps pushing us back.
It's not. Oh, it's not like a wall. I'm confused.
Well, no, we can't see anything there, but we just can't pass. It feels like a solid wall. That's why I believe it could be a wind current.
That is definitely strange. Could you show me, perhaps? I'm not sure where you've gone, but...
Oh, I'm just here. My apologies.
I'm at the top of the tree because I'm chopping down.
Yes, my apologies. What was your name again? Who are names? Not you, Krys.
Yeah.
Oh,
God!
What?
What in the world?
On guard!
Were you asking what my name was?
It dropped a silver ingot. Did not realize I don't... Carrying bloody money, that's for sure.
That's...
That's
okay.
something.
Thank you for
were you
protecting
asking
me.
what my name was?
No problem. Yes, what was your name again?
It is Velvet Heartwood.
Velvet. That's it. My dearest apologies. I am rather infamously horrible with remembering names. Please do not take anything
said it a few times.
offensively. Yes, it dropped a silver ingot. I don't know why it had that. It's rather peculiar.
Yeah, that is a bit strange.
Yes.
Velvet. If you wouldn't mind, could you show me the barrier thing? I'm just struggling to wrap my mind about it.
Velvet. Once you've done that, if you could go and grab me some stone, that would be much appreciated. I've probably reached my limit for cutting down trees. So, yeah,
of course.
You'll
I will do what is needed.
Yeah, you'll come find me.
I do not wish for anyone to get hurt, so I will do so. Here it is, the path. I believe it could be a wind current, but it's not like any wind current I've ever seen. But it's the only thing even close to describe what I experienced.
We don't have to walk too far from Oakhurst, do we?
No. Here is where it is. We're here, actually.
I don't...
Walk forward.
Oh! Thank you.
You see what I...
Sorry, I'm not...
Do you see what I mean?
I got to... Just like... Oh. That's... Certainly...
Strange, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that is why my current theory is a wind current.
I guess that could make sense. Well, does everyone else know about this? I feel like this is something that should be shared.
Don't know, but it should be shared, yeah.
Because I know, at least, I think Ren, their name was?
We were told about it and went to investigate, but yes. I'm pretty sure they are the one who discovered it.
Right. Yeah, that's, not normal.
Well, yes. Well, if you are going back to town, I will get that stone that was wanted.
Oh, would you like some help?
I'll be fine. Do not worry.
Okay. If you say so.
Krys?
Hello? Hi.
I believe your name is Krys, right?
Yeah, that's my name.
May I come in?
Feel free.
Okay. Let me just... Okay. A little bit here. I need to whisper to you over something.
Okay. What's up?
I do not wish to warn you, but I think we are here trapped in this place.
Yeah, no, we just discovered that. I just showed, Elisa and...
Yeah. And someone...
Willis, I think it was?
Yeah. But I believe someone, I do not know if I believe I should say this to anyone, but I don't even believe in it. But I think someone might be either undead or that kind of stuff. I truly wish that I am a madman and this is my delusion.
I'm sorry, I'm not sure what you mean.
I know that. I don't trust myself either, but the more that I see things in this life,
I might be a little slow.
Maybe we should take this discussion out of town.
Yeah, it is. Because this place is not good.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
So, undead. Is that what you said, or am I mishearing?
Yes, undead. Well, I do not... I think we are a little bit too close to the city. This one first.
Okay.
I do not know if I am wrong. Someone say that there are standing for 10 years non-stop without any eating or anything. How did they survive? And that is what I'm saying too. Like, am I crazy to believe in this guy mindset?
I mean, it could just be a misperception. Time can be hard to track without clocks.
First of all, they doesn't know what time it is. They doesn't know what year it is. How can I not believe them? How?
So how did you get to the? How did you end up with undead about that? I mean, it could just be someone in a delusion or just.
I know, right? But they discovered this person in the freaking tomb. Can you believe what I'm hearing? Like,
I mean, yeah, that's strange, but
yeah, it's bogus, and I do not know if I should trust them or I'm slowly becoming insane because I am doing things with them. I don't believe anything they say. I do not believe
just feel
what
like
they say.
Jumping to undead is a bit of a far-fetched thing.
Yeah.
I guess there are so many other explanations that aren't that.
Yeah, I suppose so. And I suppose that maybe I am becoming slowly crazy because of that. Maybe this town is, I don't know, drive its people to insanity, especially when you are knowing that you are trapped here.
Yeah, look, maybe just don't dwell on it, I think.
I'm
sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. It's probably just some miscommunication of some form. Oh god, don't. Okay. No. Surely not. Surely not.
Hello, Krys.
This is fascinating magic.
Hello.
Yes.
It just changed color. Apparently activated. I'm feeling a lot more better though. I'm
another one of these as well.
Hello, Velvet. Do you have?
I'm not sure how I did it. I bowed when introduced.
I brought you that, and as well as
something happened.
Did you?
I'm not sure what happened exactly.
Thank you very much.
You'll probably need some wood as well.
Yes, this will be amazing. This will be great.
Oh, hello. I don't believe I've met you yet.
I don't think so. My name's
at least one
Krys.
of these a day. More from doing.
My name is Victor.
Standing near it feels.
So,
what I have two spear,
happened
excluding this
with
one.
this? When I last saw it, it was grey.
Yes. So, we turned it on. I think. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know what it is.
Oh, okay. I don't know if it was the smartest choice to touch the weird
I have touched one before by accident.
Okay.
We found one in a tomb-like area. I didn't mean to touch it. We were simply talking while standing around it, and it activated, and so I suppose it happened with this one as well.
That's
something for the roof?
Strange.
Indeed.
Who's over here?
Anyway.
Yes.
Pleasure to meet you, Victor.
Yes, you too.
Are you aware?
What on earth is that noise?
Good.
Hello?
There's a bloody hole underneath this place.
What?
Oh dear.
Oh, hello!
Oh my!
This place sucks! I hate it! I was going to dig a floor and there's a bloody cave underneath this! And look at this! Some of this it's wood beams, others it's planks. This is abysmal! These houses, even for ruin standards, this is appalling.
Matthew, this is a ruin.
Could it have been that originally this wood was elsewhere?
Perhaps, maybe the.
Perhaps originally the entire walls were logs. And this was part of the roof?
I am.
Oh,
Whoever
that is
built
a
this
rather...
house originally, I am
don't
judging them
believe
extremely
I
hard.
have gained your name yet, my friend.
Oh, I am Dr. Hartwood. You may call me
Dr.
Velvet, though. And
It's
you?
nice to meet you. My name is Victor Hall. Pleased to make you.
What the heck am I going to do here? Alright,
Oh,
so...
yes. So, what brought you
No,
to
I feel
this
so
place?
self-conscious
good
about
lord,
my...
finally, today. For it.
Well, a dear friend of mine, who recently passed away, had a hobby of exploring
my
places
condolences.
like these, and it's alright.
Yes, my
I'm
condolences
sorry,
as
are you
well.
saying ghost hunting?
Yes.
Well, not exactly ghost hunting. That's what he called it, but
Right.
I'm trying to figure out what he saw in this. Currently, I've been traversing these woods for 263 days.
Focusing on making this
Oh
video
my.
rather
Oh
than
my.
focusing on the details.
Oh
And
my.
it's not been a very pleasant experience, if I'm honest.
I can
I mean, if you
imagine.
intend to continue, it would probably be better with someone with you.
Yeah.
Perhaps, yes, that would be beneficial.
I'd be willing.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
I do believe I forgot
I
your
would accept
name.
that, I believe.
I mean,
Matthew Victor Adams.
if you are going to travel around,
Matthew,
I
very
shall
well.
accompany you as well.
Yeah, okay, little trio.
Little trio. Should we find
What was that?
a homestead, then, perhaps?
I've
To
been,
shelter
be all right,
the night?
we're just
I've been working on this one. It's not
Yes, of
exactly
course, of
pretty,
course.
but
You've provided
you know.
materials.
Merely
My father owns
temporarily.
an
I'm doing
a
one of my
construction
own.
company. Perhaps
Oh,
I
yes,
can
that is, no,
help.
that is quite all right.
Yes.
maybe I'm not much of a builder myself. Generally, the houses I lived in were pre-made,
Yes, I'm not very good
and I
with
was
my
under the
hands
impression
either.
this place would have pre-made houses, and it does not. So
It is a ruin.
That was
Yes,
yeah,
Yes,
it's a bit of a dump.
Perhaps
that's all right.
we try to improve one of the pre-existing buildings.
That's what this
Or
was. I was trying
if-
to do
oh.
that.
Oh, I didn't realize.
I feel like I should take offense to that.
Oh, well, no, it simply...
Apologies.
It is some of the other ruins I had seen, but we can fix that.
Yes, it is. I mean,
I
just
this
don't
one
know.
looked like it was the smallest, and I didn't want to take up a lot of space.
Understandable.
Yes. I
I don't
should
know if
inform
it's
you... Oh, go ahead.
large enough to house 3 people.
Yes, that is
It's true.
why I mentioned. I should inform you as my housemates, I do have a slight condition of dizziness. It does not go away, unfortunately.
Oh.
It just happens occasionally.
Okay.
Do not worry about me if it happens. Just give me a little bit of time to come back to myself.
I've heard there are
Right.
doctors in town. Would they?
My
able to
father
help,
has
you
paid
think?
for the best of doctors. They unfortunately have not been able to cure it.
Interesting.
Oh,
But, yes. It does not affect anything other than, you know, sometimes I miss
I
some
see.
things of conversation, that's all.
interesting.
Perhaps while the sun is up, we might go venture out into the wood and...
I think that's a good
gather
idea.
some logs.
Yes, get some
Yes.
building material.
Yes.
I don't like
Yeah,
the feeling that's nearby. I don't.
Monah?
But I did before. Oh. Victor!
This is a...
Hi!
Yes. Hello.
Are you
know
alright?
each other.
Yes, I'm the one who
Kind
initially
of.
found Monah.
The same way that any of us know each other in this town, I believe.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. That makes sense.
Monah, how are you doing?
Cold.
Oh dear.
Like, the dead kind cold.
Perhaps we should fashion you some warmer clothing with the leather of the cows.
Yeah, I do see that your arms are exposed. I'm sure that would not help.
Yeah.
I am
Although,
curious. Perhaps
Can
getting
you
some...
guys can still feel the sun? I can't. Not the way I remember. Oh, this is weird. This is so weird.
This is interesting. I am concerned for your health, but at the same time, it's something new, and I like new things. And my medical side of my medical training and stuff is like wanting to figure out what is going on and hopefully make sure it's not contagious. But also,
well, I think the other half of the problem is dealt with.
Yes.
But
yes, that is very much the case. But figuring out what's going on with you, that is very much a curiosity.
I mean, I prefer this than the alternative of dead.
That does seem like quite the benefit.
I haven't met you. My name's Elisa Thimbleworth. For just pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you. My name is Victor Hall.
Not to confuse with Matthew Victor.
We should probably get moving while the sun's still.
Yes.
That would be smart.
Oh, may I follow?
Krys, correct?
Yes. Come along. We're getting some supplies.
Yeah, I mean, if you're feeling odd, maybe getting some movement could help.
I'm sorry. Was it named? Where was the other person? Was it Krys?
Krys. Yes,
Krys. Yeah. Hi. Sorry, I'm at the top of the tree.
As one does.
As one does.
Well, my name's Monah. If we didn't make that crystal clear already,
I
don't
believe
remember my adopted family name though.
I believe we haven't met prior to this, so it's a pleasure to meet you, Monah.
Ow, that hurts.
Are you alright, Monah?
What happened?
Yeah, maybe for standing still for long. Maybe yeah. Can I have one of those?
An axe.
Yeah, axe. An axe might be beneficial instead of punching the tree directly when I haven't.
Oh yeah, no, that's not
there for 10 years.
Yes.
I imagine that wouldn't.
Well, I don't have any stone. I don't have any stone on me, but I can make you.
There's a cave over here. We can gather some stone.
Yes. Let me make a table for crafting here.
I needed to gather some stone anyhow, so perhaps we could go mining.
Yes, perhaps we can do that.
It's probably safer to do that as a group anyhow.
Yes.
I do agree.
Especially with and I would like to at least be around people when I'm dying? Question mark. But
I do hope you're not dying.
Maybe we shouldn't jump to that. It feels.
I sincerely hope you're not dying.
Yeah.
Monah,
I
assume you're not.
The doctor said I had no pulse when I felt cold.
Oh.
But now I feel warm.
That is strange.
I assume you're not. Can't be fully dying if 10 years of just standing at box.
Oh, is that you?
Yeah.
Are you the?
Yeah,
okay, you're the
me.
10 years person.
I mean, you don't
Wait, does that
seem very dead.
Yeah.
Well, wait.
Here.
How old are you?
I think I'm flicking between the undead and alive at the same time. So yeah, garlic could be nice. Garlic would be nice to keep me alive.
Here you
I
are,
have
Monah.
some garlic.
And a pickaxe for you.
Oh, cool.
Have a piece of garlic.
Oh, lovely.
I'm not a fan of the stuff myself, so.
Yeah, I personally am not the biggest fan of garlic either.
It's not the tastiest thing ever, but it is useful in some scenarios.
As a seasoning, it's alright.
Yes, of course.
But
of course.
I certainly couldn't eat it raw.
Here's an axe for you as well.
And I do not know how to cook.
Oh, what's your take on vampires, by the way?
Vampires.
Vampires?
They're evil, vile beings.
What makes you bring vampires
that's
up?
Aggressive.
Well, then I would say that what gives the impression that they're evil before I?
What gives you the impression that they're real?
An encounter with one?
Oh.
Well, one, that I have bite marks on my neck from my sister.
That is why
and two, that because my sister was a vampire, I doubt that vampires are all evil by default.
We perhaps shall agree to disagree at this moment in time.
I'm sorry, you lost me at the...
Although, to be fair, it has been 10 years. So
you have proof of
this is certainly not a conversation I thought I'd be having today.
Oh, neither.
Well, yes, many people don't believe that they're real, but...
I had read about vampires, but I I certainly didn't think they were real until... maybe...
Well,
I mean, I have to admit, I am still a bit skeptical. I'm sure you can't blame me for that.
I definitely would prefer to witness one in person before making up my mind.
I mean, at this point, the best fear I have is that my sister tried to turn me in hopes to, save me from an illness that the priest said I had not many weeks to go for. And the amount of garlic that I've been eating every single day, 3 times per, may be the one thing that's kept me...
Oh, that is a lot of garlic.
I feel like eating that much garlic can't be healthy. Vampire or not.
Certainly.
Oh, come on. I thought that was just my sister being a sis. What do you mean it can't be that healthy to eat garlic every single time? Like,
not Krys.
Like the first ever fish and chip shop that came out. I visited them and I figured, something's missing. And I added garlic and
yes, as a seasoning, as Ren has said.
Yeah.
As a seasoning.
But if I can't...
Oh, I do fancy a little garlic bread.
Garlic bread is very tasty, I will say.
This takes effort.
Oh, I wouldn't recommend cutting down that tree. They are a lot taller than they look.
It is a very tall tree. I can perhaps take over.
Victor, did you want to speak with me? Did you say my name? Someone said my name.
Yeah, I'll speak with you later, it's fine.
Oh, okay.
Wait, why do I have this?
Was
this from the tomb?
I suppose so.
Oh, yes,
a little less abandoned than expected.
Interesting.
Okay.
Someone wanted to preserve you, I suppose.
How's the woods treating you?
Well,
pretty well, actually. We have a decent amount of wood to start.
Well, that's good.
We found a cow. I thought we would bring it back to the...
Are you Monah, perchance?
That is her. Yeah, I'm Monah.
I heard you were looking for a doctor.
I've been yeah, and I found one, and information seems to check out. But then again, considering my unique circumstances, maybe a 4th opinion might not be bad.
4th opinion, mine.
I see you've already had plenty of doctors to use. I suppose then you want...
Well, I say 4th, only one of them claimed to be a doctor. So,
okay, then perhaps I should give it a look.
Alrighty. What do you want me to do? What do you want to know?
Well, what was the thing that you needed a doctor for?
I think
Monah,
we should keep moving.
We're going to leave you in the hands of these 2 very capable people. We'll see you later, Monah.
Bye-bye.
Cheers.
I think she's, I worry she's gone a little bit strange in the head.
Perhaps.
Victor, have you really had an encounter with a vampire?
I have, indeed.
I would be very curious to hear about it. Again, I've read a lot about them, but I haven't actually heard of any, tangible proof yet.
Yeah, well, it is a bit of a painful memory, but I shall share it with you, and
only if you are to.
Yes, of course. Where are we taking?
That way, over here.
This way. All right. I should like to share it with you. I worry that there might be some such creatures here.
Here?
What?
Nothing.
Kind of creatures?
That feels a bit... I don't know.
By the way, this is going to be our livestock. So
I did assume that would be the case, yeah.
My good sir, please get in the pen. Please in the pen.
Yep.
You might have to jump in with them.
There we go.
Thank you.
Well, I don't see a gate, so I didn't want to get stuck.
Right.
I know. So here's the thing, okay? I will build my house here because I am the one who built this pen.
Of course.
All right.
So,
makes sense.
yeah.
I was merely contributing.
My. You've been hard at work.
Oh. No.
Yes, I can't leave. It's honestly, it's appalling. There's no depth to it, no windows, no good details. It's honestly appalling.
You shouldn't criticize yourself. My little house looks terrible in comparison.
For now. Do we want
I would have to
remain
build
in
yours
this
if
house?
my damn dam didn't.
I mean, we could at least extend it.
Yes,
That's a very good
had
point.
planned
Wise
to
idea.
We could have a second floor.
Positions now. A second
That is
floor would be nice.
a very good point. I haven't
Perhaps we could
considered yet.
extend the second floor out over.
That's also
at
true.
least it was.
Oh, someone's already been planting crops. Okay, that's good.
Well, we're definitely going to have to extend it.
Oh yeah. If you two don't mind, I think I'm going to see if I can introduce myself to any more of the town. If we're going to be stuck here for the foreseeable future, I feel I should introduce myself.
Two more people just
Go
wandered
right
into
ahead.
town recently. Fawn and Grace.
Right.
Fawn's are farmers and they've set up that little farm.
Oh,
so
wonderful.
I
was
food
planning
around
to
here.
do that myself, so it's good to know someone else is doing it as well.
Yes, I'm unsure where they've gone. They'll be around.
I saw someone
somewhere,
over
I
here
believe.
just a moment ago.
Could be them.
Not sure where they've gone. No, wearing. I think they were wearing green. Okay. This looks nice, I suppose. Oh, hello again.
Hello.
It's good to see that people are settling fast.
Yes, I got attacked by strange creatures last evening, and I do not plan a repeat.
Yeah, that's understandable. I'm not familiar with defending myself, so I'm trying not to go out unless I'm with somebody else. Did we end up introducing ourselves? I don't remember if I got your name.
I do not know yours, so I assume not so. I'm Johannes, and you?
Johannes, my name is Krys.
Hello, Krys.
It's nice to meet you.
Yes. Is there any possibility that you've been in this town long? No, we have spoken before. You're one of the... Have you met anyone who lives here, though? Is what I'm looking for.
From what I gather, no one here is a resident, and apparently this place has been abandoned for a while, which I did not know.
Yikes.
I'm just trying to go around and introduce myself to everyone, considering we're kind of stuck here for the foreseeable future.
Have you arranged your own shelter yet? It appears the sun is setting quite abruptly.
Yeah, me and two other people, sorry, I'm blanking on their names. I think Victor and Ren, I believe, were trying to settle down a house.
Yes, I had a strapping young man share my home with me last night, and I learnt half a fact about him, and that's about it.
Oh. that's certainly something.
Yes.
Oh. CC, okay. Well, I'm gonna continue walking around town. Good luck with your house.
Yes, and you too.
After all.
That's very kind. I appreciate it.
Yes, I will also. Hello?
Oh, my apologies.
Hello.
Excuse me. Oh, more people. Very nice to meet you as well. I'm sure you have quite the story behind you.
That's I suppose my name is Krys. It's nice to meet you.
It's very nice to meet you, Krys. My name is Jordan. Jordan Rivers.
Pleasure. I don't
Sorry
think
to interrupt.
Oh, thank you again. I've got some already, but I appreciate it.
Don't mean to steal.
I'm not sure I ever got your name. I've seen you around. But...
You're not stealing. No, you can call me Sister R.
Sister R, okay. I'm
yes.
Krys.
I've heard, yes. Very nice to meet you, Krys.
Yeah. Are those horns?
Yeah.
It's in vogue.
Yes. They're an accessory.
I mean, yes, I assume there's just odd accessory. I don't typically see it around.
No, it's something of a cherished relic or artifact, you could say.
Oh. I see. Well, they do look nice.
I appreciate it.
I've just been trying to go around and introduce myself to the town, considering none of us can leave. I feel it's best we get to know each other at least.
Sorry?
Oh, did you not know?
We can't leave.
Yeah, if you walk in, like, kind of that sort of direction, there's, like, a barrier. Someone suggested it could be, like, a wind current or something, but whatever it is, we can't see it and we can't walk past it.
Right.
Sure.
That sure is concerning, at the very least.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Wind current, tuberculosis, rabies, vampires, zombies. Yeah,
Are there other people talking about vampires? I heard discussion of it earlier and
Yes. People love to talk about things that don't exist.
Yeah. Ren said
there?
that he'd encountered a vampire, which I...
What?
Sorry, no, not Ren, Victor.
A vampire.
Which I think is ridiculous, personally.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't put it past this
No.
place. I've seen more weird things here in 2 days than I have my entire life. But no, until I see it, I'm not going to believe it, honestly. Children's tales.
There are plenty of
Even
rational,
for this place, I think
scientific
vampires are a bit
explanations
far
for what
off.
Victor might have seen.
Yeah.
Did he not just
And
hurt
someone
himself?
else, Monah, said that I think her sister was a vampire? I'm not sure.
Where is
It's
Monah?
all... I don't know. We were with her briefly and then we went off to return to town, so...
She did seem rather ill.
Monah was the one stuck in the crypt, correct?
I believe so. She seems like a bit of an odd character, if I'm being honest. I'm not really inclined to believe much of what she says.
I would suggest a doctor to check up on her.
Apparently she's at
4.
4, and apparently one of them said she doesn't have a pulse, which is concerning.
I might be the shitty doctor.
That... maybe...
Are we sure the doctors?
I'm not really sure. Either way, I think I'm gonna go gather more wood. It was nice speaking with the both of you. Stay
Be
safe.
careful.
I will, thank you.
You too.
Okay. So... there's another vampire. Okay. There's an... of course there is. Of course it's not just me. I should talk to her. I need to try and find her and talk to her. Because if she's a vampire, that's a point of safety for me. I hope.
Balcony, actually.
Oh, hello?
Then
Hi!
Hello!
Hi!
Well, welcome to Cypress Herbs and Plants. What can I do for you?
I've just been going around trying to, like, introduce myself to everyone. You're...
Oh yeah, fair enough.
Making a house out of town.
Yeah, there's a few too many people. You know, I'm used to traveling
that's
by
fair.
myself. But, you know, it's not going to stop me from setting up shop.
Yeah, I assume you sell herbs.
Yes, you know, sign, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It does say that. I'm realizing red isn't the best choice. What's up with the moon, by the way?
Why
is it?
If I'm being honest, I'm not sure. I've kind of just been ignoring it.
Lovely. You know what? Smart choice.
Honestly, so far, Oakhurst has seemed to have a lot of strange happenings.
Yes, a lot of strange people as well. I'm gathering.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I'm Leigh, by the way. Leigh Cypress.
Oh, pleasure to meet you. I'm Krys Connell.
Lovely to meet you. So how did you also get here in the last, I don't know, 24 hours, 48 hours?
Yeah, I was part of the. For some reason, everyone seeming to gather here all at the same place at the same time.
Yeah. So I didn't even know there was a town here at first. I'm gonna be honest. So this was quite a shock.
Well, I was here under the impression that it was still an active town, and it was not.
Oh.
Very much not.
Yeah. Strange. Have you also been hearing about these strange books?
Books?
Books.
No.
Yes, I've had about 3 people come by asking for structures in the forest and saying that there are books there.
That's
sounds strange to me, but you know.
I mean,
as we've
I did on my way here. I saw this thing, big stone structure with lights at the top, but I didn't touch it. I didn't want to.
Oh.
It could be that.
Maybe I should actually explore a little bit. I do need to
if you'd like, I
restock
could
some
come
things.
with you. It's safer to go out with company.
This is true. I do probably need to get more resources. I am still renovating. Slow progress. Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
Let me put some things away and then we can go on a little adventure.
Sure.
Okay. Unless you have other things to do right now, I wouldn't want to.
Oh no! I wouldn't have offered if I couldn't.
Before we leave, I have cypress, herbs, plants, and tea. So can you try that one for me?
Yeah, all right.
How's that feel?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm a bit picky with my food. It doesn't. I'm sure it tastes. I'm so sorry. I feel good.
You know what? This is what
better.
experimenting is all about.
I did feel healthier.
I probably got a ratio wrong. It's fine.
Yeah, I had to have the bowl back. I'm sorry.
Oh, thank you. All right, what direction do you think?
Well, we keep referencing out in that direction, so maybe that direction.
This is true. Full speed ahead, I guess. There's a lot of flowers around. It's great.
I imagine it would be for you. Yeah, absolutely. And Willis too, I suppose, with the halo thing needing dyes.
I'm very curious about that dead wood. Wonder what kind of plants would grow there.
I wonder if anything would grow there.
Well, it's trees, so that's something.
I suppose. It didn't.
Maybe the bark is medicinal.
Maybe. I'm sure the doctors in town would be interested about that. What? Leigh?
Oh, sorry.
No. Sorry to turn around. I'm just seeing something in this hill.
Seeing something? Do you need glasses?
No. I don't think so. That.
Just checking. Oh. Ooh. There could be mushrooms in there.
Oh.
Oh, it's another one of those things.
Right.
I actually don't know what these are. I came into town when something happened, but I didn't really...
Yeah, I'm...
ask.
Worried about them, if I'm honest. I feel... something about them is just off-putting to me. I don't know.
They are quite strange.
I feel like it's not something we should be touching, but everyone seems insistent on touching everything, so...
Well, you can't learn if you don't interact with things.
Oh. I think this is where that Monah person came from.
From here?
Yeah, she was saying something about, like... I've been hearing that she came out of a tomb, and she said, and she had some of this glass as well. I think she was here.
That's,
which I think honestly just furthers my hesitation towards these things.
The people in this town, the more I learn, the stranger they seem.
Yeah.
But you know, I am one for learning things. I won't call anyone a liar unless I have evidence to prove otherwise.
Right.
So, I guess I'm open to believing anything about these things.
Right. We should keep moving.
So, yeah, let's get out of here. And go on.
I think this is a different one.
They left the book here, though.
This was a different one.
Same book as before, though. Are there any mushrooms? No.
So... it's a very odd subject to bring up, but... people have been talking about, like, vampires and stuff. What's your stance on that?
Vampires? Can't say I've heard that one. No, well... I've heard superstition before, traveling a lot, heard different tales and whatnot, but I've never had anything to prove they exist, never seen anything. But again, like I said, I'm not going to disbelieve something just because I don't have proof. If I have proof that they don't exist, that's a different story, but
Well, do you have any, like, opinions on them either way, or is it just, I'll believe it if I see it?
Well. I suppose... Well... I can't say I've really thought of it. I suppose I don't immediately have a bad reaction like people would. If vampires exist, as long as they're not bothering me, why should I care?
Yeah. Yes, I suppose so. We should keep going.
You okay? Seemed like a strange topic to bring up.
I'm fine. Yeah, I think I'm just a bit on edge. It was a big fall, and just a lot has been happening, and there's lots of people.
Yeah. Well, so, I guess we should get heading.
Yeah. With your herbs and stuff, is it like, do you want to like do you help people with it, or is it just collecting and selling?
Well, mostly collecting and selling, but I have been known to make things for people on request.
Right, and that's the soup you gave me?
Tea. It doesn't look like tea, but that was a test. It was supposed to be one that makes you feel lighter, I guess, feel better.
I will admit, I did feel lighter, I just really disliked the taste.
You also mentioned you don't like garlic?
Yeah, I'm not a fan, personally. I think it's generally just because I don't eat much of it. It's not something that grows much where I'm from, so...
Fair enough. It is a very strong taste.
Yeah.
So, was there a reason for bringing up vampires? Has there been talk in the town about it, or...?
I mean, there's been a few discussions. There have been a few people who have claimed that they've seen vampires.
Oh.
Monah, the person I mentioned who really likes garlic and was in the crypts.
That makes sense.
She said that her sister was a vampire. Oh.
Strange.
Okay.
Did you also just get a weird, feeling?
Yeah, I think...
Happened a lot here. I wonder if it's earthquakes or something. I don't know.
Okay, still barrier, right. I don't know. It's something, I can say that for sure. Something that, if I have to admit, makes me feel uneasy.
You feel that a lot.
I guess.
I'm realizing.
It's just a really strange place.
This is
and
true.
Like I said, I don't get out. I don't get out much at all. It's been nice getting to know you. You seem like a nice person.
Nice getting to know you as well.
Seem
Even
like
if you seem to be quite distressed about a lot of things.
I mean, in a situation like this, can you really blame me?
True. There's a lot of random caves around here. I nearly fell in one. Nearly fallen in a couple. What a hazard. More blue orchids. In theory, if we get to the top of a hill, it's like a vantage point, you know?
I suppose.
Where the hell is Yorick?
I don't know. Apparently this is their cave.
I know it says stay out, but...
I have a feeling you want to go in.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes, I do.
Okay.
This is, nothing in here.
You said that you wouldn't believe it until you saw it.
Yeah, it's my philosophy on a lot of things.
I'm gonna be honest with you. You seem like a good person. And I want to give you something that I think that good people deserve.
This is getting kind of weird.
Leigh.
What is it?
If you could live forever, would you?
I guess I would. You know, gives me a chance to explore the world and find more plants. It's not like I have any family that I would outlive. Is this at all related to the vampire talk?
Yeah, it is. I'm really
makes sense now. Garlic.
I'm really nervous. I'm so I want to give this to you, and I'm going to give this to you. And do you want this to be easy, or do you want this to be hard?
I don't really
Because
like
I'm really hungry.
hard things. Oh. That also makes sense now. Well, I'm kind of trapped. I don't really like fighting. So, how does this work?
It's gonna hurt.
Oh.
And I'm really sorry.
Lovely.
You need to stay still.
I can see. I don't... I don't need the torch. You should have started with that! Now I can go foraging in the night and I don't need torches!
At least glad to hear you're not upset.
The hunger is back though. Just ate carrots.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to eat carrots anymore. I'm sorry to have gone about this the way I did. The last time a human found out about vampires, it didn't end well. And I've been like trying to scythe you up. I've been trying to figure it out. And at least I'm glad you're okay with it. It's probably best not to tell anyone though.
Yeah. I mean, whoa. Who was that person that you said always ate garlic?
I think that she's a vampire as well. And I know it sounds strange considering, vampires and garlic generally don't mix, but
I wonder what
she was saying that her sister was a vampire and that she had bite marks on her neck and she was saying things about the sun and That
was a bad idea.
been trying to keep it on me because it's better that we have it than the townies, you know? I'd rather not it be... it's just a problem because it's everywhere and I just...
I suddenly understand your stress now. Whoa, I can see really well.
Yeah. But, I mean, since I've turned you, I'm going to be as honest with you as I can. I didn't come from a nearby town. I came from... I used to live in Oakhurst.
Oh.
However many years ago when it was still active, I don't know how long it's been. I was hiding in this exact cave for a long time.
I see. Who's Yorick?
I didn't know him, but that skull down there was him.
Oh.
I'm saying this now. I didn't mean to do it. It wasn't intentional. It was a high stress situation and I was panicking, and if I didn't do anything, he would have said something that I was down there and that could have gotten me killed. So...
I don't blame you. Whatever you gotta do to survive.
Yeah.
I mean, if you couldn't tell from some of the things I said, I am not against selling people poison. So, you know. I need to finish building my shop. We have to go back to town.
Yeah.
Wherever
I think I know a way we could get back there quicker.
Is it a vampire thing?
It's a vampire thing. We can turn into
I'm learning
bats.
so much.
We should be able to turn into bats.
We can turn into bats?
Yeah.
Travel will be so much faster.
Just, like, focus on the thought of being a bat.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god.
You should.
Okay. I'm gonna concentrate. Concentrate.
Here you go. Good job. I'm really glad you're taking well to this. I was really, really, really scared.
Oh, how do I change back?
Same thing, just vice versa. Focus on not being a bat. There you go. Good job.
See.
I have to say, it feels so good to have another friend. I've been alone for so long. I'm really grateful that you've taken so well to this and haven't been freaking out and trying to kill me and going back to the town and screaming about it, because I was really afraid.
If I'm being completely transparent, not the worst thing that has happened to me.
That's worrying.
No. Character development, as they say.
Okay. Sure. Well, I'm glad to have you as my first ever fledgling. You're my first fledgling. So
what does that mean?
That's what it's called. That's what it's called, because I turned you. You are my fledgling. And I'm your sire, I guess. But you don't have to call me that. Please don't call me that. I just want to be friends. I want to be
That's
friends.
fine by me.
You're in you're my coven mate, you know? We're friends.
Mm-hmm. Coven.
That's
Is that also witches as well?
I don't know. I haven't I'm unfamiliar with witchcraft. I know it's real. I just haven't met any witches, but you know, hopefully I'm hoping we can get more coven members. Like that Monah person, if she's a vampire as well, I want to, you know.
Makes sense.
Sorry, I probably sound a bit manic.
No, it's honestly, I've been in worse states. Drinking certain teas with certain mushrooms.
You know what? I can imagine.
Now that I'm this and we're closer to the beacon or whatever it is, it doesn't feel as good as it did before.
That's why I've been uneasy about them. I don't know what it is. Back when I was still alive, the beacons were there, but it was openly accepted that we weren't to touch them.
See?
So nothing ever really happened, but clearly touching them did something, and whatever it is, I don't like it.
I am so glad I don't live in town.
I do. I have 2 housemates. But if I'm being honest, they seem like good people, and I'm hoping to maybe turn them as well. At least one of them, Victor, seems like a good person, but I'm worried about Victor because he is one of the people that seems to know vampires exist and also doesn't trust them. He thinks they're inherently evil, which isn't true. I am not evil. I am very not evil.
I know. Someone who's evil wouldn't care as deeply as you do.
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, yeah, exactly. You get it. I'm really glad I turned you. Either way, I'm hoping that I can change Victor's mind on it, because as well, he said he has this thing where he randomly gets dizzy spells, and vampirism would cure that, I think. I'm pretty sure, because vampirism cures all illnesses, so, like, I'm just...
Oh, we have a lot of doctors.
Yeah, I'm hoping to speak with them as well, because, I mean, what better way to help people than not being able to die?
You make a good point. Well, you said you have housemates. We've been gone for a while.
I've been out for, like, I think 2 days.
Oh, you should probably go.
Yeah,
you don't want to
think
seem suspicious.
So. Yeah, maybe.
Also, have your eyes always been red? Have I just not noticed?
Sorry?
Have your eyes always been red? Oh.
No.
Your eyes are more red than before. Hold on, come around here. I have some water here. We can look it up. Look at your reflection.
I don't know how to break this to you. Vampires don't have reflections. But
I see that now.
My eyes are red.
Yeah, your eyes are... You look a little bit more pale as well.
Oh. Yeah, no, I can see that in my hands now. My eyes are...
I'm naturally very pale. I don't think I'm that different.
Yeah, my eyes are yellow. But I guess...
Well, they're not anymore.
It must be a thing when you get more blood. The sire of my old coven had red eyes as well.
So if your eyes were yellow and they are now red, that's kind of noticeable. Just saying. So, cover story. We say you tried one of my new teas, and it had a lot of rose and poppies.
It had a bad effect. It had a weird effect.
Yes.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, I'm actually seeing someone coming over, so can we just act like we're freaking out?
It's Fawn. She's the farmer.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah.
It's a farmer.
Hi. Oh, you're the farmer. Hi, I was actually hoping to meet you.
Why? Yes, what's
I was intending to help farm as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you want to... I mean, we've started up a farm in the town. It's kind of communal, though.
I'd be willing to help if you ever needed help with that.
Oh, yeah, of course. Because I live that way. So I kind of come by every so often. But if you wanted to be more of like a constant presence, though you don't have to.
I do live in town, so...
I need to put this in the chest.
I've got a bunch of food of my own, so I should be fine.
Head to town if you want to.
Sure. I haven't
did
been there
need to say
in a while.
Hi to my housemates anyhow. I've been out for quite a while.
Yeah, of course. Come on. Is it bad that I constantly get turned around in this town? I don't know.
I haven't been in here very...
They've improved our house since I was last here.
Oh, that's good, actually.
Look at all these animals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, here's the farm.
Been out
it's
for
by the
a
fountain,
long while.
because that's the only water
I saw
source
it.
we
This
have.
is my house here, so I came out
Oh,
the other
that's
day and saw
wonderful
it.
with the berry bushes.
I didn't make this. This was... I've been out for a few days. This was an absolute wreck last time I was here, so clearly they've been hard at work.
Yeah. Matches your hair.
Peonies.
Oh.
I don't have those yet.
Oh, here, I have, I was going to say I have another peony if you want it. Yeah, you can still keep the peony.
Thank you.
Would
you guys like to speak inside?
Could I have it back, please?
You want it? By all means, yes. Oh, yes, for sure, of course. Can I come in?
Yep.
It's just, yeah, please come in.
Wonderful, thank you.
You're both welcome.
Okay.
Yeah, they've really spruced this up since I was last here, huh?
That's nice.
Spruced. It's made of spruce.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I never caught your name.
Oh, Krys Connell. It's a pleasure. I'm
lovely to meet
sorry, I
you.
forgot to
I'm
introduce
Fawn.
myself. I've
No, it's okay.
been a bit
It's all
turned
right.
around recently.
That's all right. You sound frazzled.
Yeah,
no,
I
that's
get
perfectly
that.
all right.
When
I
we're adventuring.
continuously forget to introduce myself, so you know, by reminding others, they then ask me, and it's a whole thing, and I'm able to
Yeah.
actually introduce myself.
I've just been very out of sorts because, like Leigh said, we were out adventuring and then we got lost, and then I tried one of their teas and it has apparently affected my eye color.
Yeah. My bad.
Okay. Your eyes just weren't like that before.
I typically have yellow eyes,
Oh.
but
I tried making a new like rose poppy tea, and I think
it made me
allergic or
nauseous
something.
and apparently turned my eyes red. So
Yeah.
Wow.
So I won't be making that
unpleasant.
one again.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you.
It's
You
lovely to
seem
meet you
very
too.
nice.
Thank you. I like to think I am.
I should probably get back to my store. I haven't finished renovations. You know, not good for
I did
business.
go by like last night or something, and you were probably out adventuring, so you obviously weren't there.
Mhm.
But it was still. You don't have a roof. Yeah, I'm sorry.
No.
The roofs
No, I
are
don't.
important. They're like the one. Like Elisa got on my case about not having a door, but roofs are like arguably way more important than a door.
I would
Roofs
say
keep out
that
rain.
as well. Yeah, absolutely. I
Okay.
think I'm gonna go find Willis to see if he
Yeah,
can get
of
any use
course.
out of this.
Okay. It was lovely chatting to you again.
It was,
I was here for the farm.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Have you seen Willis around at all?
No, I can't say that I have.
Shame.
Oh, Krys, can I use your crafting table? I'm so sorry.
Yeah, feel free. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Right.
Oh, shit.
I'm ready to go on our walk now. I'm feeling fairly rested. Alright, cool. Yes? Alright. I believe the
And
I want to look at something.
Oh, yeah. Clearly they've spruced this up as well.
Haha, spruce.
Yes, that is.
I did not
That
mean
was-
to make that joke a second time.
Yes, that is the wood of choice around here.
It seems
Very
to be the one
limited
that's most
option.
abundant.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
isn't
as
there
long
an
as I could-
architect around here somewhere?
I believe he just left.
Is he the one who just went on the walk?
I
Oh,
think
man.
I think he just went on the walk.
I wanted to show him this cool wood.
Oh
well.
You,
I'll leave you to it,
yeah.
I guess.
yeah.
Come see me if you need to.
I will, I'm sure.
Bye.
Have fun. Stay safe. Hi, Cece?
Hi.
Hi. We haven't had much chance to talk. Have you seen Willis around at all?
Oh, I thought he was still building his house. No, I haven't.
Oh, is that his...
It's the start of it, yeah.
Right. Do you have any wood by chance? I wanted to give him this armadillo scoot I found. Think he might make use of it, considering he's a tailor.
I've got like a chest over here just completely full of wood. Not completely.
Oh, right, yeah. That is over here, yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. If you do need anything else, do tell me.
Yeah, for sure. Here we go.
I need
if you'd like, I have a peony here. I'm probably not gonna use it. If you'd like to put it outside your house, maybe.
Oh, yeah, I should do that. I've had a bunch of flowers in my inventory for no reason.
I mean, if you ever don't need use of them, I know that at least Willis was looking for dyes, and Leigh is a herbalist, so...
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure they should be using flowers as often, though, considering... They gave me a tea made mostly with red flowers, and it affected my eyes, so...
Is that what's happening there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I thought you just had some sort of infection, but I didn't want to ask. I mean, really rude.
It could be an infection, I don't know. All I know is I drank the tea, and now my eyes are a different color, so...
Oh, that's
I'm hoping
really
it's...
concerning.
It is, yeah, I'm probably gonna have to go to one of the other doctors around, because I really hope it's not an infection.
Yeah, I was gonna ask more than one about something, but now I don't think I will.
There are several doctors around, yes.
Oh goodness.
Despite how many, the town doesn't seem to be in good health.
Yeah.
Yes, I would agree. We're all travelers, and without much resources and infrastructure nearby,
I'm not going to call myself a traveler, but...
yes.
Regardless. I'm glad to see everyone's been making the place look nicer. I've been out adventuring with Leigh for the past, I think, day or so.
Oh, did you find a way out?
Unfortunately not. We ended up finding yet another spot where the barrier is, which has me worried it's, like, wrapped fully around us.
I would hope not. Perhaps once
I also hope not, but that definitely seems to be the case.
Yeah. When we're established more, we've got more food and a home, it might be worthwhile to send a patrol to test any exits.
Maybe. I can't help but notice there aren't many people around today.
I'm pretty sure I overheard a bunch of them talking about going out and exploring. So
of course everyone else goes exploring after I come back being done with it.
Yeah, pretty bad timing, huh?
It's a shame.
I'm not one for exploring, because when I explore I get lost, so... That's how I ended up
why
here.
I wanted to do it with someone else rather than on my own.
So smart. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I figure if everyone else is doing it...
that shows me the way here, so...
found a few of those as well. They didn't seem to be of much interest. I can show you if you'd like. I've got them in here.
Yeah, that's alright. Yeah, of course.
Not entirely sure what all to do with them, but I have them, so...
Oh, hey, feather falling. You could put those on boots. That would actually help me a lot. I fall in holes so much. But we don't. I don't think anyone has an anvil. Do I put them in here?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, okay. Seems you all have bad coordination around here, huh?
Yeah, it definitely seems it. I've seen a few landmarks around that I can get back to town from. Like, directly that way, there's a bridge leading to some old ruins that is a good landmark. Because if I see that, I know I need to go the exact opposite direction to get here.
Oh, that's smart. I haven't come across there. All I came across was the... Oh, yay! The place where, you know, the dead place, I don't know, on the other side of the river? That place?
I called it the Deadwood earlier.
That's
it feels like a fitting name.
a good name for it, yeah.
Because it like, I was in there and it felt like it was decaying, honestly. The ground was, like, crunchy. It was unpleasant.
The spider webs everywhere, really.
The spider webs, yeah.
I'm not scared of spiders, but, like, I'm not scared of spiders. You know, the feeling of
I understand.
them. Yeah. We found this place by the river. It had one of those, like, things from town in it. The, like, magical whooshy artifact in the middle of town. It had one of those in them, except it didn't look like the one. It was, like, pale.
Yeah,
but we moved on because we were trying to find people.
The one in town was pale at the beginning. I caught a glimpse of it.
Is that what that feeling was?
It seems that someone did something that changed it.
Huh. Interesting.
And honestly,
you run really fast.
Sorry.
It's alright.
Honestly, I'm just a bit hesitant.
Hello.
Hello, you two.
Hello. How are you two doing?
Matthew, I believe Cece was looking for you. It may know someone in town was looking for you.
Alright. Thank you for that.
Actually, no. I think it was Leigh. I think Leigh was looking for you.
I think it was Leigh.
Alright, cool.
Did they mention
I
that?
will keep an.
I don't know.
I should probably head back to town then, see what they're about. I was planning on going see if exploring a little bit more, but if someone wants me there, I would.
Yeah, it's
best,
directly
get back.
that way.
Yes,
Just follow the path.
Yeah, it's the
I
path.
think I can see the. Oh no, that's a tree. Yeah, Doctor, you gonna come with me, or are you gonna go with us too?
I actually want to talk with you, Krys.
I was actually meaning to speak with a doctor as well, so that does.
The pink eye. Yes, that would.
Yeah.
All right. I'll. Yes, doctor-patient confidentiality. I understand. Well, have a good walk, you lot. I'll see you around.
Can we walk and talk? I was showing Fawn to the bridge.
With me? Yep. Okay.
Yes. So I've been meaning to talk to a doctor, because Leigh fed me a tea that was apparently mostly made of roses and poppies, and it changed my eye color. And I'm unsure if it's an infection. My vision doesn't feel impaired.
Can I check you over for any other visible symptoms?
Yeah, feel free. That's the bridge, by the way.
That's really cool and super cool. Oh my god.
Any welts? Any scratches? Bite marks?
I don't believe so.
Get over.
I feel honestly the same. I didn't notice anything was wrong until Leigh pointed it out.
I'm just worried because this area's mythology speaks of vampires and stuff, and
not you two. Okay.
No, listen. It wouldn't be the first time I've encountered them, is the thing.
You're not the first person to say that.
You want to talk? I'm open to it.
Oh, don't mind me.
I mean, I suppose if you want to talk about this a bit more privately.
Yes.
Fawn is busy, so...
Yeah.
Just, like, over here, I think.
Over here, yes.
A few other people have said... Monah said that her sister's a vampire, which is... certainly a claim.
That one, I believe it, though, Monah's situation is rather unique with the fact that she fluctuates between having a pulse and being cold and being warm, and not having a pulse and being cold.
That's strange.
She has a different situation going on compared to vampirism.
Right. Again, under the assumption vampirism is real.
I ask again, was it consensual?
Leigh didn't turn me.
Well, I know I didn't. So I ask one last time.
Are you...
I flew over to try and figure out who had been turned and figure out the situation behind it. You sounded panicked, but I don't particularly trust vampires. I haven't gotten to know personally first, so I wasn't willing to reveal myself. And I'd like to keep it that way for the time being.
Oh, no, of course, I would never, I would never say, I won't say anything to anyone,
You have had quite a bit of blood, haven't you?
I turned Leigh.
Oh.
It was consensual though, it was consensual, I promise, it was consensual,
How old
I
are
made
you?
sure. I don't know.
What was the last year you remember it being?
I think roughly the 1600s. if I'm being entirely honest, I've kind of been in a hole for the past however long it's been, hiding.
Past 400 years I've been at the bottom of the river.
Oh. Well,
believe it or not, that was consensual, because the alternative was getting burnt on a pyre, which I would not have survived.
I shouldn't laugh at this, but this is really funny. There was kind of the same thing for me. It was either I hid in a cave, or I got executed with the rest of my coven.
Okay.
But hey, this is so good though. You're another vampire, which means we can make a new coven. It's you and me and Leigh, and we can have a new coven. And I'm gonna be honest, I wanted to turn Fawn as well. She seems like a good person. I think Fawn would make a really good vampire. And we could have our own little coven in Oakhurst, a little family.
How long had you been turned? Before?
Like I think 24 odd years, maybe.
You're still such a child. Oh dear Lord.
I feel like I should be offended.
I'm from 700 BCE.
You... Okay, that's... You're real...
Yeah.
Should I be, like... I feel like I should be, like, kneeling. Is, like, there a hierarchy
here?
here?
No, I don't. Whenever vampires bring in a hierarchy and numbers, and just try and grow their numbers and stuff, that has only ever led to either them turning on themselves for bits of power.
Well, that's why I'm only choosing to turn good people. Like, Leigh, I made sure I questioned their intentions first. I figured out who they were as a person, and then I decided.
How long had you known Leigh?
That's irrelevant. What's relevant is that I asked about. I spoke to Leigh, and Leigh's a good person. Leigh is a good person, and I know I'm being hasty, but I just want a coven again. It's been so long.
Oh. No, dear Lord.
And you could help us. We could like the humans of Oakhurst, they don't have to know about this. We can just turn people who deserve it and then live on our own. We can make our own a little coven place for us to live. Like maybe we could rebuild this, you know? It's far away from town. We can figure it out. We can be like a little vampire family.
I'm seeking a cure to vampirism.
Why?
How I've used vampirism over the years is to cure diseases and illnesses that no cure has been able to provide. It has been able to be provided, and it would have resulted in, and the illness would have resulted in the person's definite death.
Well, yeah, I mean, that Leigh and I were talking about that earlier, that I was going to talk to the doctors of Oakhurst, because if you'd have eternity to cure people.
Eternity isn't all it's cracked up to be.
Don't worry, I'm aware eternity isn't great, but I at least want to give it to people who deserve it and who would make good use of it. I may not enjoy eternity, but I want to, like, if I get a coven, it would make immortality something I wouldn't hate. And I want to give it to people who would appreciate it. Like Leigh.
Is Leigh the first person you've ever turned?
Yes.
Okay. Not everyone responds or maintains their sense of self when they're turned. Even at the stage you're currently at, they may change. and the final, most powerful stage, they could also become unstable. It is it is very complicated. I don't know how to explain it to someone as young as you. Most of the people I've explained it to have been a couple 100 years old and actively interacting with humans or vampires or both.
I don't know what experiences you've had. I know what I want, and what I want
I
is a
understand that. I understand that completely.
You don't have to be part of it if you don't want to, but all I ask is that you don't try to stop me, because I'm being careful, okay? I'm making sure it's going to people who deserve it. People who won't spit on it, people who won't go to town and start screaming about vampires and getting us killed.
That is smart. That is the wise choice.
Because last time that this happened, it didn't end well, and I intend not to let that happen a second time.
Yep, well, I was the only one in the area.
Oh, Leigh is over here. Should we?
Yeah.
What?
Leigh?
Don't let
Leigh
about me.
Hi.
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 Did you hear explosions just now?
Yes.
Yep. That was we were getting blown up. That was us.
I thought I was hearing things.
No, you weren't.
Okay, good to know. What is this? Where are we?
The ruins of a castle. From about 600 years ago. And from about 600 years ago.
That's really old.
It was intact about 400.
Oh.
God damn.
Yeah,
right.
Was it intact when you were around here, or?
It wasn't. It wasn't.
Okay. Doing another and
she knows.
Okay.
I'm very familiar with vampirism. I know the signs and the earliest signs.
Okay, so I figure obviously we aren't telling anyone in Oakhurst about this. Obviously.
Yes, I know what people can be like here. I'm towards things they don't understand. I am a traveling doctor. There have been a number of times where I've had to drink concoctions that allow me to hold my breath for way beyond what is considered the normal limit, just so I can survive being drowned as a witch.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
We were talking about witches earlier.
Me too. Oh, for me it was fire.
Oh.
Yeah.
How did
you know that thing I was talking about?
I think so.
How did you manage to survive fire?
Oh, well, there's this type of it's like a weird barnacle type thing, kind of grows underground, called netherwort.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was a herbalist in a town, and they didn't like that I kept finding new things, and they decided instead of understanding it, that they would call me a witch.
Yep. Yeah. Part of the reason why I get suspected of witchcraft more often than most traveling doctors is I do study the occult to figure out how things work with when they don't require any sort of magical energy and stuff, to just the material aspect, figure out why they work, and then try and recreate it with physical components without any sort of magic. So that is, I often carry occult items around on me. Sometimes they get found, and thankfully one of the earliest things I figured out was that concoction for drowning.
I see.
But yeah.
Should we start heading back to town?
Yes.
Probably.
Yeah.
I will. You both have the cover of Pink Eye, as that is a fairly.
My
common
eyes
disease that.
before this were naturally a dark pink. No one has noticed.
I didn't.
So far.
I didn't notice.
Okay, so you're probably the safest off out of the both of you.
I've just been using the excuse of the tea.
Yes.
And so far people have been believing that, so...
I do have a bit of a reputation.
To be fair,
oops.
I wouldn't put it past that there is a combination of ingredients that can cause the change of eye colors. I'd recommend figuring out what that combination is, and pretend.
I think we
you're
said it
having
was a combination of rose
poppy, and the specific mushroom.
We came here with Fawn. Where did Fawn go?
I assume because we separated, Fawn's headed back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I walked past Fawn on my way here.
Okay, yeah, so they just went back to town. That's fair.
They were with... Who were they with? They were with someone. Jordan,
they were with
it might have
us.
been?
On
the way
okay,
back.
I do remember seeing someone else here. We came
the-
here with
the-
Fawn, and then I got dragged off to
Yes.
have a conversation, so...
Okay.
You guys go ahead. I'll catch up. I want to snoop a little bit.
Yep.
Okay. Stay safe.
Out of curiosity, were the beacons ever activated when you were...
No.
Okay, so...
When I lived in Oakhurst, there were strict rulings that none of us were supposed to touch them.
Good.
I'm entirely unfamiliar with what's going on.
So, the reason the barrier is up, someone decided to consecrate one of the beacons, and...
Consecrate?
You know how some of them are orange?
Oh. Right.
That throws up the barrier.
Right, of course it does.
If vampires are in the area, I'm planning on doing more research into any of the books that are left behind from when I was here, because when I was here, it was the first incident of a vampire being in the area since the beacons had been installed.
I see.
So, and
like I said, the beacons, when I was here, they were, we were told never to touch them because they were human hands shouldn't touch them, is what I was told. And,
okay,
I mean,
human hands have touched them, so we're going to need to get them back to neutral.
How do we do that?
We figure out what the humans are doing, and I assume our nature will have a reverse effect if we do the same.
If we wanted...
When
you were here, did the crypt in that direction exist? Do you know of the crypt?
It was... There had been plans for it, but it hadn't been made.
Well...
When I was here, 400 years ago, I was the only vampire here. Pretty much, what the church had set up in the castle, which, from my knowledge, 600 years ago had been used as the containment area for a vampire from the vampiric bloodline of a goldsmith.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. I'm not super familiar with the goldsmith lineage, but the leader of my coven, Savannah, mentioned it a few times. And said to avoid that as much as possible.
Okay, yes. For the most part, they're fairly old, but they're vampiric nobility, in the sense that they were nobility that were turned into vampires, and as such, went on ego trips.
Of course, as is the way with rich people.
So, are you aware of all the monstrous stories of vampires?
Not particularly. My town, Oakhurst, when I knew it, we avoided discussion of the supernatural, but, you know, it was an impure thing that would taint our minds, and it's just, I mean, evidently it has. I'm the most impure thing I can possibly be now, but at most it was basically just said, this is not something that we are to be knowing about. It's not something that we need to think for, you know?
Yes.
Can we move under a tree?
Yes. So let's to keep it simple, humans are perfectly valid for fearing us because of vampires.
Do you think that was Leigh?
Goldsmiths? Yes, it would. Considering you're the only vampire who's anywhere even
Wait, is
close.
it Monah a vampire?
She's closer to what would be referred to as a vampire through a very unique method. I do believe her sister was a vampire.
She did say that. She did say that.
I imagine that the garlic, her blood has from having garlic, from loving garlic so much. Her blood may have taken on some of the qualities of it, and as such, disgusting. She hasn't been fully turned. But she isn't a thrall either. So it's very interesting.
Aren't thralls generally made through consuming blood, not being?
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's my.
Someone is heading to the castle. Should we warn Leigh?
I'm still recovering from having used my bat before, so
I'm gonna go warn Leigh.
Stay as a bat, don't let yourself be.
While my return to Oakhurst didn't quite go how I thought it would, I feel I've ended up with something better. My coven is forming already, starting with Leigh. And there are a few others in town that I plan to keep my eye on in the coming days. Hopefully, in a few weeks' time, I'll have my family back. And everything will finally be okay again.